Master. The Nityasiddha is in a class apart. He is like Arani wood. Footnote. A piece of wood used for kindling the sacred fire by friction. Footnote ends. A little rubbing produces fire. You can get fire from it even without rubbing. The Nityasiddha realizes God by practicing slight spiritual discipline, and sometimes without practicing any at all. But he does practice spiritual discipline after realizing God. He is like the gourd or pumpkin vine. First fruit, then flower. The Pundit smiled at this illustration. Master. There is the instance of Prahlad. He was a Nityasiddha. While writing the letter K, he shed a stream of tears. Footnote. Because the letter K reminded Prahlad of Krishna, his ideal deity. Footnote ends. The master was pleased with the Pundit's humility. He praised him to the devotees. Master. He has such a nice nature. You find no difficulty in driving a nail into a mud wall. But its point breaks if you try to drive it against a stone. And still, it will not pierce it. There are people whose spiritual consciousness is not at all awakened, even though they hear about God 1,000 times. They are like a crocodile, on whose hide you cannot make any impression with a sword. Pundit. But one can hurt a crocodile by throwing a spear into its belly. All laugh. Master, smiling. What good is there in reading a whole lot of scriptures? What good is there in the study of philosophy? What is the use of talking big? In order to learn archery, one should first aim at a banana tree, then at a reed, then at a wick, and last at a flying bird. At the beginning, one should concentrate on God with form. Then there are devotees who are beyond the three gunas. They are eternally devoted to God, like Narada. These devotees behold Krishna as Chinmaya, all spirit. His abode as Chinmaya, his devotee as Chinmaya. To them, God is eternal. His abode is eternal. His devotee is eternal. Those who reason and speculate following the process of neti-neti do not accept the incarnation of God. Hazra says well that divine incarnation is only for the bhakta and not for the gnani, because the gnani is quite contented with his ideal. I am he. Sri Ramakrishna and the devotees remained silent a while. The Pandit resumed the conversation. Pandit: Sir, how does one get rid of callousness? Laughter makes me think of muscles and nerves. Grief makes me think of the nervous system. Master, smiling: That is why Narayan Shastri used to say, the harmful effect of the study of the scriptures is that it encourages reasoning and arguing. Pandit: Is there no way for us then? Master: Yes, there is the path of discrimination. In a song occurs the line, Ask her son discrimination about the truth. The way lies through discrimination, renunciation, and passionate yearning for God. Unless a man practices discrimination, he cannot utter the right words. One time, after expounding religion at great length, Pandit Shamadhyay said, God is dry. He reminded me of the man who once said, My uncle's cowshed is full of horses. Now, does anyone keep horses in a cowshed? With a smile: You have become like a chana boda, fried in butter. Footnote: A Bengali sweetmeat made from cheese, first fried in butter and then soaked in syrup. Footnote ends. Now it will be good for you, and for others as well, if you are soaked in syrup a few days. Just a few days. Pandit, smiling: The sweetmeat is over-fried. It has become charred. Master, with a laugh: No. It is brown as a cockroach. Just the right color. Hazra: The sweetmeat is well cooked. It has become spongy. Now it will soak up the syrup nicely.